Hello everyone!
Hey! Hello!
And welcome to Uncut Gayming,
where we don't edit our videos, but we are hosting Leo. Hello!
And conquering France.
Or something in France.
Trying to become the new king of the Loire or something.
Are we the 14th? Are we Louis the 14th? He's my favorite Louis. Why do you have a favorite Louis? It's a complicated question. Alright.
In Orléans Stories, the First Kingdom. Ooh. So Orléans Stories is a new Orléans variant that came out 2019.
I think it was last year.
Yeah. And it comes with two stories. The first one is called The First Kingdom, and the second one is called
The King's Favor.
King's Favor. We chose, each story takes place over a number of eras, and the main difference, I think the main difference between them is that this story is a race. We need to complete all of these tasks, and the first one to complete all of these tasks is the winner. And the second one is something else with elimination.
Some sort of player elimination. We didn't really read the rules.
Okay.
So
yeah,
but it exists.
Yeah, and it's also important to say that this is our first playthrough of the game. We just learned the rules actually, so everything will be kind of raw in terms of our playthrough, but that's okay.
It's also kind of the point, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a legacy game, so you're supposed to kind of discover things as you go.
That's also true.
Not a legacy game in the full sense of the word, but legacy-ish.
Yes.
Oh my god, are there gonna be spoilers?
No.
Who became the king of
France? A lot of text.
Yeah, but it's you can play it over and over again, so no spoilers.
Okay. So we're not going to cover the basic rules of Orléans. If you want, there's a link down below for our playthrough of Orléans, plus its expansions, by the way. So if you want to go check that out, you can. But I think
great game, highly recommended you check it out.
Yep. So I think correct. I think what I'll do is sort of cover the boards, and maybe Julio can cover the eras, and maybe anything else that I forget.
Sure.
I'll try and look pretty.
You are. So so what do we see here? We have the sort of generic board from Orléans that's basically the same rules. We have the map. We start each on our own village. Through various actions on the board, we could expand to other territories. This territory, for example, generates fish. That's another action on my board that can generate the types of resources that I control. Another thing that we could do is turn those terrains into villages. That opens up other things like, for example, better market actions. And we could also even oust other players. So I could try to expand into, for example, this village and oust the blue player, but that'll require to have knights instead of just regular workers. Another thing that we could do, and this now goes into advanced areas, so maybe we'll talk about them in more specifics when we get to there, but other options that will occur during the game is that we could build forts, which are these, that'll prohibit other players into entering and trying to conquer this area.
They are defending your village.
Yes, and also churches, which progress the game and probably generate fame points, etc. Talking about fame points, this is very similar to I think it was the knowledge track in Orléans, where it's not victory points, we just basically move across this
and we get
track,
bonuses.
And we get certain bonuses, right? By the way, citizens in Orléans is just another thing that we need to cross off. So we need to have 20 citizens in order to be closer to the end, to winning the game.
Yeah, they're virtual this time around. You don't actually get a token like in vanilla Orléans.
Yes.
And they're also all male now. Beforehand, they had two sides, or one was female, one was male.
Yes. We have the deeds boards, which are very similar to basic Orléans, where we send people through our portal to lock them off to get a bonus, and the last player, just like in Orléans, the last player to put the last token here gets the citizen. These, however, have their A side and B side, and once we fulfill the B side, it just goes out of the game. There's an asterisk there, but it's not important. Another thing is that we have this market board with the starting resources and the starting people that we can hire. We cannot hire more than there is here. When we
do a thing.
Yeah, when we use a resource for something like the deeds board, etc., it goes out of the game. However, more resources will enter the game when we advance through the eras. I think that is pretty much it.
All right.
You want to talk about the eras?
I will.
And we have booklets.
Yes.
Each have booklets.
Yes.
So the eras. These are basically advancements in the game that we can all make. We don't have to take them at the exact same time. There are conditions to move between eras. I can never go back. I can only move forward toward the last era. There are 8 of them. Each one has its own end of round bonus or penalty. We'll see it as we play. And to progress to the next era, you need to send something or someone through your portal to one of the public deeds, right? They're called. And you also need to fulfill some condition. It can be a passive condition where you need to have 4 citizens, or an active condition of spending resources or something else in order to progress. And once, let's say I progress to the second era, it's okay for other players to stay behind. We play kind of an asymmetric game this way. And
when you move to this area and this area, you get a citizen.
Yes.
I didn't mention that once you fulfill certain conditions, like having 5 areas that you control, you get another citizen, and the same goes for number of churches and villages that you control. That's another way of getting citizens, and this is this board. And I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, the eras differ from each other by the amount of points we get for doing certain things, the conditions, and so on. But we'll just see how it plays.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
And also we have pencils, because pencils are important.
All right, so let's start the game. I'll be the first player, so I'll read Era 1.
I ain't reading a thing.
Okay.
Sure, we'll read whatever.
Era 1. Colonization. Bienvenue and welcome to the fertile valley of the Loire River. By the way, the river itself, I think, is only thematic. We haven't seen, special rules for crossing the river.
Yeah, I don't think that they exist.
Look around and explore your surroundings together with your settlers.
And I dropped something off.
Yes.
You want me to bend over?
No, I'm fine.
Are you sure? Because that's how we got our most viewed video.
You will see that there is plenty of fish, grain, brain, and wood available in order to properly provide for the followers who have traveled with you. How long you'll stay here is up to you, of course. Once you control some areas and have provided all settlers with enough food, you can move on any time. And you could also begin to build suitable accommodations. It certainly won't be to your detriment. Consider, however, that you can no longer generate goods in places where you have built a village, so you need to make a decision. And if I may, let me give you some advice. Look forward into the future to see what will be waiting for you. There will be times full of privation. The imminent drought might lead to famine, and you won't be spared from the plague either, unless you take precautions. There is still enough time to jointly avert the impending doom. Show foresight and responsibility for your subjects. So Era 1, sorry.
Yes.
We start with...
Was that brine? Because I doubt there was plenty of brain in the fields.
Probably. I don't know. Okay, so we started with 2 farmers, 2 fishermen, 1 craftsman, and 1 trader from the marketplace. Mm-hmm. We start with 1 coin, 1 fish, 1 grain, 1 wood. And we have 4 settlers that are available to us to settle with. In Era 1, each round, we draw 7 settlers out of the bag. The special... Yeah, it's here? Right. Whenever we build a village, and that's just flipping this. Whenever we build a village, we get 2 fame points on the fame track. And we can acquire Category 1 buildings, which are laid out for us in the booklet itself, so we don't have to look. And the bonus for the round. So at the end of every round for people in Area 1, we move one step forward in the frame track for each area we control. We can advance to the next area if we control at least 3 areas. And we need to send out a tile to a beneficial deed, except for the alchemy. And then we need to give up 1 food for each of the settlers you have placed.
Yes, and we said that food is everything that you pay during the famine.
Yes, and anything that can be considered edible. I guess
Edible.
wood is edible, right? If you really
I
want
like
to.
chewing cloth.
All right. So, like we said, I'm the first player. We have our settlers. We simultaneously,
Yes.
I guess, just like in Orléans.
Yeah, we need to put our villagers in the back. Well, actually, we don't now.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah, we have 7.
we have less than 7.
Less than 7, yeah.
And good luck, I guess.
I have no idea what I'm doing,
Me
but I love
neither.
all of you.
All right. So... Doesn't matter.
Doesn't it, though?
Let's see if any of the buildings are somewhat interesting. General store. Oh, this is nice.
Yeah,
By the way, the building action,
this one, building yard.
this icon.
It's for building things on the board.
Okay, thank you
villages.
for that
When you build a
clarification.
village specifically for now.
Yeah, it's from what I gather from the booklet. It's every building action you take here, but the things you can build depend on the era. So
Okay.
you'll see.
By the way, whenever we cross this icon, this means that we can either just cross off whatever we want from here, obviously except for the church, right? Everything that looks like this, basically this. Or we get a villager of our choice.
Correct.
Okay.
A villager of our choice
That
is
we can
already
generate.
eligible to generate.
Right. Okay.
Sure. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
And then do
Yeah, I'll
nothing
do
with
that.
the other guy?
Yeah.
No. Yes.
Yes.
That's the sensible option, I think.
Yeah. Let me just expand.
Okay. So I'll go first. For my first action, I will build.
You have the demonic rooster.
Right, the
you
first
are
part
the
of
That's the
it.
first player marker? Really? The rooster?
The rooster, because I get up first. Okay, so these 2 go into my bag. I'll put them in my bag in a second, and I will build something.
These are the
ones?
number 1.
Okay, so I think I'll just build the 3 coins to go to there. Wow. All right, no, I'll just build the general store,
You do that.
which gives me 2 coins. So I'll just put it somewhere. It doesn't matter, right? It's easier this way, I think. So that was my turn. Your turn.
I will expand to a different territory, expand my horizons, and get very drunk.
I shall also expand, but I'm a more cautious expander. I'll expand to the forest, so I can play with bears.
I will expand.
One of my favorite pastimes.
I
Where
will
are you expanding to, honey?
to the barn.
I like how you avoided all the fish.
Well,
He's gonna have plenty of fish later.
yeah, I'm thinking of what to do with them.
What to do.
Okay, so I see that I might need more villagers. So I'm getting another villager from the mill.
Exact same reasoning for me.
And
you,
I
honey?
will take a coin from the ropery.
Right. And that was round number 1.
Right, so we ended the round. That means that we get a fame point for every person on the board, which means that
So
we all
get 2 points.
You guys want to do another round, or are we ending it here? Because
Yeah, Yeah, it doesn't matter. I think you can do more, but we won't. Won't control 3 farms, 3 areas. I think.
Probably not.
Yeah, let's. Yeah, you're right. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so this was a sort of a rules overview, and you saw parts of the game. And there's a link down below for the original Orleans with expansions and the rest of the playthrough and the review.
Yes.
Those are a lot of links.
A lot of links. All right. So we'll see you in a bit.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.